What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. This episode, we have Season 4 episode, what did I say, 10, 11?
I think so. I just know it's 16.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So yeah, this should be 10, 11. We're just going to jump right into the video. If you guys want to stick around after the video, that's where all the comments, analysis, breakdown will be, etc., etc., etc. Last episode, last video, maybe not episode, we lost Sasha.
Oh, yeah. That was sad.
Hopefully start getting more breakdown of the plans, what's going on. Aaron's plan, Zeke's plan.
Yeah.
Just fight. I noticed that you said fight twice. Does that mean you'll fight 2 fights or 1 fight?
Oh, gee.
Your silence isn't helping your case.
A sound argument.
2
years ago. I think last time we saw 3 years ago.
It's been a year now. I haven't seen you since you picked up our whole ship. From the sole nation that's friendly to Paradis. He's a
Oh,
Yep.
their special envoy. Is Kiyomi Azuma Biko.
cool.
So they briefly mentioned this in like a few other episodes way back when, but it was like multiple clans defied like the new king, and it was like one of the eastern clans, and you're like, who is the eastern clan? So like this would be them. They referenced them very minusculely, and you didn't really meet them until like you saw them with Lord Tiber or at the world gathering. But so this is the eastern clan.
Okay, cool. What?
Before she died, my mom gave me this mark to match one she had herself. And she asked me to pass it down to my own children.
So she's one of them?
Our once proud nation was left defeated and
They briefly mentioned that her mom was of.
Oh, yeah.
They called her. I don't remember what they called her.
European
Foreign.
or something like that?
No, they called her
Oriental.
Yes, yeah.
Mm.
Can you turn that on?
Yeah.
They called her Oriental or foreign when they were talking about the fact that the dude killed her, and they were trying to sell both of them or whatever and whatnot.
Yeah.
But his dad was, or her dad seemed more of the European type, so.
And
she
that's
would've-
them, right?
Them?
Like they're the Oriental people or whatever?
Yeah, they're clearly from like Asian country descent type thing, and then
Okay.
like you can clearly see like the different like
Well, yeah.
races that we've seen up
Yeah.
until like a few episodes ago. We hadn't really seen many races until they finally started showing like the world.
disarray. Amidst the chaos and confusion, a child fathered by the Shogun's heir was somehow left behind on this island. You are the only direct descendants of the family that once led our nation. But
Oh.
simply you are Hizuru's hope. I'm speaking, of course, of Zeke Yeager. We conversed with him in secret. And before he would agree to facilitate this meeting, he knew.
Please consider it a gift. I ought to mention
He stole that a long time
those
ago.
need a special type of fuel to operate. It's exceedingly rare.
That we ally with and assist Paradis in exchange for access to a resource that could return our nation to its former glory. It's a rather tempting offer. This would begin with a test run of the rumbling. You would unleash a fraction of the titans in your walls, enough to display their destructive potential for all the world to see. You are 100 years behind the rest of the world. Hizuru will help you catch up. Until
That's true.
you must be able to shine through by maintaining the founding titan and having a titan of royal blood. And that person must spend the 13 years they'll have left, bearing as many children as possible.
Even if we get advanced weapons, will we really stop needing the rumbling?
So that's why Hanji at the beginning of this episode was like, I always thought you would blah 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 about Historia. So she's thinking if Aaron was updated on this plan and has pushed it through. So this obviously happened 3 years ago, and at some point Aaron goes off and does his own thing anyway, because they're like, Aaron, please come home, and they're like, you forced our hand, blah 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 blah. So now when she's talking to him, which is now in the future, this is the past, she's like, you know, I trusted you with Historia's life. So the whole plan here is to force Historia to eat
The Beast
Zeke,
Titan.
and then just continually try and bear as many children as possible for more royal bloodlines.
Oh.
If we choose to rely on
Mm-hmm.
it, we have to continue the practice of Titan inheritance for generations. But is that enough of an excuse for us to push this problem onto our descendants?
And I'm ready. If the rumbling is essential to our survival, I'll do my part. I'm willing to inherit the Beast Titan from Zeke Yeager.
If Zeke's plan is to buy our salvation, at the price of broken walls, trampled lands, and children bred to be slaughtered like livestock, then I say he can go to hell and take...
That said, I still don't get why you acted on your own. You pushed our island into a world...
So
our
that's why he
people
did it, to protect Historia
Did you
too.
stop caring about Astoria?
I've taken the Warhammer Titan's power, which means you can never build a prison deep or strong enough to hold me in against my will. I can leave this cell anytime I want. Is there anything you actually can do?
Oh.
If you know something I don't, then let's hear it! If you've got something up your sleeve, then tell me what it is!
Hands off, you pervert! Ever the rebellious teen, huh?
I don't think that's what he was going after.
No.
Just put a baby in the queen and Zeke Yeager gets to live another day. Rogue, you've had too much. If we were smart, we'd still do it. Turn her into a Titan whether she's pregnant or not.
Thanks. Piccolo. You should recommend this one.
Do we have to rely on the rumbling? Do we have no choice but to sacrifice Historia?
That's right.
My time will be up in just over 5 years. We need to make a decision soon about who to give my Titan to.
I think it should be me.
No, not I don't much like getting his hand-me-downs. But hey, I'm the best candidate we've got.
You should aim to become the regiment's next commander. I'll inherit Aaron's Titan myself.
Use your head, Connie. This is a really important duty, and we can't entrust it to someone who's slow like you. I really get my goat sometimes. I'll inherit it, okay?
Oh my god.
I'm not handing it down to any of you.
Why not?
Because you're important to me. More than anyone else. I hope you live long lives.
But he used you in that battle. Sent Armin to destroy that port. He called the rest of us important too. And he used us just the same.
But me? Wait, what are you saying?
We can choose to turn someone who we can trust into a Titan, and then have them inherit the founder from Aaron.
Then Aaron would be dead.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
So we know Zeke made a plan with the people from wherever they're from, the east.
Mm-hmm.
We just don't know what his plan was.
Gubby! Gubby! What's wrong?
Oh shit.
Gubby! That's enough!
Not a fan of her. Don't know if I can blame her though.
Yeah, I know.
I heard Gabi and Falco calling to me. Are they safe? Where are they?
How?
He might not remember transforming and then detransforming. Because remember, they were calling for him. He transformed.
Okay. I thought he meant like they had some kind of connection. Like
No.
okay.
Deceiver.
There's no reason for you to die too.
What are you doing here? It's so early in the morning. Where
Who's
did
that?
the two of you even come from?
Good morning to you. I hear you runaways. Mind if I ask your names?
A southern Marleyan accent?
Nice to meet you. Hey, hurry and eat me, huh?
It's like her brain can't process the fact that these are just normal nice people.
Yeah.
That's the case, then it's only right that every Eldian in Paradis should have a voice in how Jaeger is handled.
As a scout, you said your job was to explore and report your findings to us taxpayers. Are we to assume you no longer believe this?
It will be Eren Jaeger who leads this nation. Please see reason and release him at once.
About 4 years have passed since you saved me from a Titan, and nothing has changed for me. I watched you bring one of them down, with nothing but human strength, and realized that
Pretty
I could
badass.
protect others without power.
Season 1.
But it's okay to fight against senseless violence.
It was like mom and her daughter.
Most of the kids who live here at the stables lost our parents 4 years ago.
You haven't acknowledged your guilt yet, have you? You people can cover it up and try to forget, but you've committed
Oh my
horrific
God.
atrocities against the entire world.
Oh, wait a minute, what did you just say?
You're on the run because you're from Marley, right?
How did you know?
Do you really have to ask? You were yelling about going back.
No, boy. Don't be crazy.
What do you think you're doing?
She's psycho.
This village used to be my home.
Brainwashed.
4 years ago,
Yeah.
a Titan showed up here. It was only a small one, but what did my mom do to make these people hate her?
For thousands of years, your kind brutalized and slaughtered people all over the world! And took more innocent lives than you could possibly imagine! So stop playing like you're the victim!
But my mother spent her whole life here on this island. She couldn't have had anything to do with all that.
Is the world we live in just that horrible, or is there a reason? Spit it out! Why was my mom eaten alive? Tell me! Tell me why!
Your mom was innocent. She didn't deserve that. I'm sorry.
Thank you for telling me, Ben. I'm glad to know. But, you don't have to apologize for Marley. I mean, you just happened to be born there.
I hope you feel horrible.
Trapped in here with a Titan. How did you manage to escape?
A girl not much older than I am saw what was happening, grabbed an axe from our yard, and came in swinging. She put herself between me and the Titan, and held it off so I could escape.
Oh.
If she was still alive, she would never abandon two lost kids with nowhere to run.
That's Sasha, right?
Mr.
And then
Brass was
she
invited to
killed her.
where Marley and Marks. If the two of you join us, then it's
I hate her.
I want to be the kind of person she was.
And you freaking killed her! Oh. I hate this girl so much.
That part gave me cold chills too.
Mm-hmm.
The little girl who's giving those people... The little girl who's giving those people an opportunity is the only reason she's able to sit there and do that and basically save them is because Sasha saved them and Sasha was just killed.
Mm-hmm.
We can't afford to wait for the Global Alliance. We have no choice. We need to attack them at once.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that part gave me cold chills first time I watched it because I didn't... This time when I watched it through, I recognized her dad. I recognized the little girl right away, obviously, because I've watched it through twice. But the first time I had... Or the second time I had watched it... Or the first time I had rewatched it, I didn't recognize it at all until she started to say right at the end there that, like, a girl came in with an axe. And then you saw it stuck in the headboard above. Because in that episode, you were like, why didn't she just get the axe? And I was like, well, it's, like, stuck.
Mm-hmm.
Like... And she's trying to get the little girl out. She can't save the little girl and her. So Sasha literally saved that little girl. That little girl's been living with her dad. And then her dad, Sasha's dad, is the one that found, or not found, but then brought these kids into their home. So he literally brought these kids into like Sasha's
that's her
home.
Dad. Oh.
So she's living under the roof of the girl that she just killed on the airship.
And being a little bitch.
It's like she's trying so hard to rationalize. She's never obviously been questioned, so her entire upbringing has just been propaganda, false information, shame of where she came from or who she is. And now she starts to get questioned, legitimate questions, and she like doesn't know how to answer them.
Yeah. She makes me mad.
Yep. Next episodes will be, don't look, episode 71 and 72, Guides and Children of the Forest. Got a little bit, so Zeke we knew has been working undercover. Mm-hmm. We know at some point 3 years ago that Flock worked with Yelena to have secret meetings or association with Eren, and then also Eren at that same time then decided to go on his own thing and do his own plan. And now Flock is basically a, whatever they called him, a Jaegerist, where he and other people want Eren to be free and be in charge of in charge of all of Eldia, pretty much. But he's also gung-ho on just everyone else is dying so they can live, and everyone else is trying to find a peaceful resolution that doesn't involve killing innocents, because when the innocents were getting killed in Marley, he was pretty gung-ho about it.
Yeah. Mikasa is like royal something, right?
Yeah, she's the heir pretty much to the first person who like the long noble lineage of one of their main houses or main people.
Yeah.
So we kind of know where she comes from.
Mm-hmm.
Armin is at least considering the option of getting rid of Eren.
Yeah, that's
Mikasa
crazy.
is kind of torn and...
Mm-hmm. I'm surprised that Armin said that. Gotta do what you gotta do, I guess.
Yep. The option to give Historia the Beast Titan, she was obviously influenced to have a child because that would prevent it for at least 9 months, because they don't want to risk her dying.
Yeah.
So the idea or the plan that seems to be being laid out is whatever they're trying to get done in 6 to 9 months. But then Eren had left, and at some point goes over to Marley on his own.
Yeah.
Lives there for a while, obviously enough to, because he said he lived under his enemy's roof, ate the food they offered him. He pretended to be a Eldian injured person in the internment zone.
Yeah.
To assess something or to whatever. So you can assume while he was there, since you know that he's been working with Zeke for a while now, you can assume while he was there he's probably met with Zeke.
Yeah.
We just don't know what Zeke's plan is. We don't know what Eren's plan is. We don't know if Eren agrees with Zeke's plan. We just know Zeke came up with a plan, got with the people from, can't remember the exact name of it, in exchange for you help the Eldians, we'll let you have some resources that are on Paradis.
Mm-hmm.
They'll help you get caught up. You use a small bit of the rumbling, just send, they said they have tens of millions, you send a couple thousand colossal titans out to somewhere to show people like, yep, don't, and that will hold people off, and in the meantime you can build up an army with our help, with our technology. They've already been helping, showing them railways, ports, and all this stuff.
Yeah.
Then you can get caught up. Then by the time technology is caught up to where the rumbling wouldn't be an issue, because they have at this point, I don't know, nukes, planes, whatever. By the time the rumbling isn't an issue, your army will have caught up to where you could defend yourselves and Eldians could live like everybody else. It's pretty much the plan. But that would also require them to consistently have the ability to use the rumbling.
Yeah.
So that means there would have to be somebody like Eren consistently passing off his attack titan and his founding titan to somebody who would then continue to work hand in hand with somebody like Historia, who then has to pass hers on, and also at the same time she has to have a bunch of kids so that there's always successors to inherit the titan, the Zeke's Titan, because you can't give them the founder because then it won't work. So they basically just have to keep recycling the same process. So they know at some point every 13 years for the next 100 years, as they get caught up with technology, they will consistently have to keep doing this process of killing each other by having the Titan eat them and then have more kids and blah, 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 blah. So that's why Eren
just
stood
have kids
up.
to sacrifice them.
Yep. Have kids just to continually force them to live this
awful
garbage, yeah. So this is where it gets confusing, because Eren stood up when he first found out about the plan, and he was like, no, we're not doing that, so I'm not going along with Zeke's plan.
Yeah.
But then we fast forward 3 years later, and all of a sudden he goes rogue and does his own thing.
Yeah.
So we don't know what he's doing. We don't know what Zeke's entire plan is.
Mm-hmm.
How does that plan keep Eldians safe forever, so... if you guys have any comments that don't spoil anything, feel free to drop them in the comments down below. Obviously, only speak on what's happened in this episode. Let me know what you guys thought about the reveal of... I remember first watching that. I didn't catch it the first time when, I somehow didn't even catch that it was her dad. This time I was like, oh shit, that's Sasha's dad.
Yeah, I didn't get the dad thing.
And then the second I saw the little girl, I recognized her too, and I was like, yep. The first time I rewatched it, I didn't recognize it till the very end when the credits started playing, and it was her explaining the scenario, and that's when I instantly remembered, like, oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's another one of those things that's phenomenal about this show.
Yeah.
Is that happened in season 1 or 2 maybe, and now the reason that they're even still alive right now on an escape is because the person that Sasha saved as a child was understanding enough to not out them to everybody. And then she was also killed by that same girl. But yes, we'll see you guys next video for Guides and Children of the Forest. Goodbye.
Goodbye.